Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And I just posted a video, I guess a day or two ago, on an upper body workout that I did that was low volume, um, what I would call high intensity. I got a question in the comments. Do I take sets to failure? Uh, specifically regarding the lower volume approach. And really, I do take a set very, very close to the point where I could not complete another repetition. If you do watch the video, and I'm going to post another video where I go over a lower body routine where again I follow the same approach. So as I mentioned, I did an upper body day, and then hopefully tomorrow I can post the video for the lower body day. But I do take sets very close to complete failure. I know some proponents of low volume or what they call high intensity training, maybe promote doing, even some statics where you just totally fatigue the muscle. I don't typically like to do that because I find that it's actually too intense, and it's really not necessary for long-term progress. So typically, if you watch the upper body workout and then tomorrow I'll try to get the lower body posted. I do take things to concentric failure, so the point in which, if I was doing a chest press, it's just easy to talk about here, then I can't complete another complete full extension of the chest press exercise. Um, but all types of training and are valuable. Um, but I've just found that over the long term, it's just not necessary to train with that level of intensity. So reaching concentric failure is certainly probably the best approach, or even saving a rep back can be a good approach. So I filmed that video. I guess it was Tuesday. Today is Thursday. I did the workout on Tuesday, and not that soreness is necessarily an indicator of progress, because I do not believe that it is. But I do think soreness can be an indicator that we have caused some sort of trauma to the muscles, and then that's the way our nervous system, we're getting sensory input that we have some muscle soreness. But I am extremely sore from that workout. Now, um, the fact that I was recording the video, I was trying to work very, very hard, but I was also trying to conduct it with as good a form as I could, and controlling those repetitions just for the sake of instructing you guys and showing you guys really one great way to train. And there's no one best way to strength train. And I'm just going to try to, over the months and weeks to come, really show you, my training, and hopefully that can benefit you. But I will say this, that whenever you're doing a higher volume approach, I find it, if you're doing two, three, four, sets per an exercise, which, by the way, is a good way to train as well. And like I mentioned, following a training program for a period of time, being linear with it, and then you can really measure your progression a week over week. So, for instance, when I did the chest press exercise, recording the weight in which you used, and how many reps you completed, and the cadence, the tempo in which you did that, then the next time I do that, I'm trying to improve upon that performance. So if you follow that program over 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks, then you will know if you're progressing. When you are no longer progressing, then it's probably time to change that routine. So over time, whenever I change my routine, I'm going to record more video. But I do think um, it's it's not needed. I forgive the light on my monitor. It went off. I'm filming this in my home office, so the lighting is not as good here. But as as you follow a program over weeks, it's a good time to change things after you've got to a point where you're no longer improving in performance. So, but I will record tomorrow's lower body day. And again, to answer sort of the question, um, I, I think especially if you're doing a lower volume approach, I do think you need to approach a complete failure, at least concentric failure. When you shift gears into more of a multiple set approach, I do think you can train with a couple reps short of failure, just by the fact that you're doing more volume. So again, that's just sort of my experiences with that. But anyway, for the regard of the higher intensity, low volume approach, you do need to get pretty close to failure. So anyway, I hope this video helps. But as with most things regarding exercise training and strength training, um, every every acute training variable should be manipulated and trained. So or manipulated and changed. So again, like I mentioned, if you're doing low volume and have been doing so for a number of weeks, it might be a good idea. Probably is a good idea to go to a much higher set count approach. Okay, and then do that for a number of weeks until you have sort of drained that of any progress. So anyway, I hope that helps. Hope that makes sense. If not, please leave questions below. But there are a multitude of ways to train from a standpoint of volume, number of sets per week, per exercise. I think it all works. I think the key is being able to manipulate or alter those training volumes to keep yourself progressing and keep you from getting stale. And then also taking time, maybe a week or so, every quarter or every 8 weeks, maybe taking a week or a few days off from strength training. Um, but but yeah. So I was trying to think if there's anything that I left out I wanted to mention. But training is a big topic. Strength training is a huge topic. It's individual specific. But there are some things that I believe should be pretty much the same whether you're doing high volume, low volume, high reps, lower rep ranges. And that is the exercise selection. To me, there's no reason to be choosing exercises that are risky, and risky maybe for you. If someone has lumbar disc issues, I don't believe doing a deadlift, power clean, and sometimes a back squat is productive. If you have lumbar spine degeneration, degenerative disc disease, disc bulging, there's just no reason to run a risk of injuring yourself. If an exercise, if a particular range of motion causes pain within a joint, then you should not do that. And I've mentioned that in some of the other videos. But the commonalities to me are a chest pressing exercise, regardless of the reps and sets that you do. A pull down or a rowing movement, a leg exercise, whether it be a lunge or a squat or a leg press, a calf raise. Those are the big four that I think will train 90% of your muscle mass. And then a bicep curl, tricep extension, or a dip. And then a low back exercise like a back extension, which I believe I'm going to demonstrate tomorrow, is a back extension exercise. And then perhaps an abdominal crunch. But to me, all exercise programming, regardless of your split routine, total body routine, your sets and reps where you're doing high volume, high reps, low reps, short rest interval, longer rest intervals, whether you're doing a slower cadence or a quicker cadence with your rep speed. But every program should have those commonalities, and that includes that handful of safe, productive exercises for you, and also be in tune to your body to make sure that those exercises that you are doing are not resulting in a joint pain, but rather tension and uh, product, muscle trauma to the working muscles. And by trauma, I mean small amounts, but we don't want pain within joints. So choosing exercises that fit you, rep ranges that fit you, and range of motion, but choosing good exercises is probably the key focus of all training programs, regardless of the change in the variables. So anyway, I've rambled long enough. You know, every little component of this talk probably should have a video devoted to it. I have talked early on in this in the earlier videos in this channel on exercise selection, a couple ways that I set up a routine. Tomorrow I will post a video. Hopefully I'll post tomorrow, depending on the length of it, on the lower body approach with the high intensity lower volume training program. So I hope that helps, and I hope you have a great day and stay healthy. Talk to y'all soon.